Okay, now we're going to move over to a T-Bone Walker song called Papa Ain't Salty. And to begin with, I actually want to talk a little bit about how to use a metronome and some great practicing tips with the metronome. I'm going to start by talking about how to play with the metronome on 2 and 4 as opposed to quarter notes. Now, if I was, the song I'm going to play right now, I'm going to play it at about 110 on the metronome. And that would actually sound about like this. I'll show you what this sounds like. Now, the beats would, that's the sound at 110. Now, if you've got a band, a drummer doing this at you, da, 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 constantly, it's a little bit hard to swing and really feel the backbeat. So, and this, actually, when you start getting into faster tempos, what you want to do is free that up a little bit. And a lot of the music that I love, like jazz and blues and other types of music like that, really have a strong backbeat on 2 and 4, where the drum is whacking the snare drum and the rhythm guitar is hitting 2 and 4, like I talked about on the BB thing there a few minutes ago. So I'm going to use the metronome on 2 and 4. Now, if you've never done this before, it takes a little getting used to, because that click, we tend to want to try to hear that as 1, 2, 3, 4, when it's not. I'm going to treat that as 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's as if when you're counting a tune off, you're snapping your fingers between the beats, and like your high school jazz ensemble teacher might have done back in your days back then. So we're going to use a metronome on 2 and 4, and it works great on the shuffles, and as I said earlier, it works great on up-tempo tunes too. So I'm going to show you right now the bass line that accompanies this song called Papa Ain't Salty. And this is the original bass line that the person's doing on the record. And I'm going to play that bass line along with the metronome on 2 and 4, let you hear how it sounds, and you're going to actually have that as one of your playing exercises in this lesson also. So let me demonstrate that. Just guitar and metronome, okay? So I'm going to count in like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just a little bit about that bass line. I'm playing the notes 1, 3, 5, 6 from the G major scale. So that bass line, if I was going to describe that to a bass player on the gig real quickly, on a blues jam or something, I'd say you play the notes 1, 3, 5, 6. And that would be how it works. Now, one more time on this metronome. You've got to feel in between these beats, because this is 2 and 4. So you've got to start counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, just to get into it. A couple bars. Show you how it feels. I'll stay here on the 1. Okay. So I want you to try practicing with the metronome on 2 and 4 some. And we're going to be using it on a number of songs on 2 and 4 throughout these lessons ahead.